Hey, this is Dave, and in this video I am going to inflate my Big Agnes Rapide insulated sleeping pad in three ways. I'm going to inflate it by mouth. I'm going to use the Big Agnes sleeping pad sack to inflate it. And I'm going to use the FLEXTAIL Tiny 2X. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And remember on Fridays that I have a carnivore update. So let's get to it. Again, this is the Big Agnes Rapide SL insulated pad. It comes in at about $100 if you can get it on sale like I did. Otherwise, I'll have a link in the description below where you can purchase it through one of my Amazon links. It is an affiliate link, but don't worry, that doesn't cost any additional money for you. And as I get this set up, I'm going to set the timer behind me and we will get inflating. And don't worry, this part I am going to speed up or cut out the middle so you don't have to see me turning blue trying to insulate the pad. So here we go. That wasn't too bad. I expected that to take a lot longer. I am quite a bit dizzy, a little lightheaded right now, so I'm going to kind of catch my breath. I am going to deflate the pad. It's not through this one, it's going to be through this one right here. We're going to deflate that, and then I am going to I'm going to inflate it using the stuff sack, which hopefully that's faster than this. So, get you in a minute. And so, here we are. I've deflated the pad. So, as you can see, this is round 2. I am going to use this sack to inflate the pad for the second go round, and we're going to see how long that takes. So let me reset my clock. I'm going to start it when I press start. I will attach the pad, and then I'm going to be inflating it. You may not see my head for a while. I don't know. I don't know if I need to blow into that, but it seems to be doing the trick. It's definitely harder work muscularly for my arms. It's not a big deal. If there is a faster way to do this, you know, let me know. Which, I think that's about it. Shut that. And so it's probably a little bit over 3 minutes using the sack that is provided by Big Agnes. Took longer. I can feel it more in my forearms. I may not have been very efficient with the sack that I had, because I think that I did better towards the end. But I also feel like that was a lot of work, and I understand if you're blowing into it, that's going to get you tired too. So I'm going to deflate this one now, and then I will come back for round 3, which will be with the FLEXTAIL Tiny 2X. And leave a link in the description below too for that. So let's do this. So as you can see, I have deflated it once again, but let me tell you a little bit of a story first. I have a friend who passed away from Parkinson's disease over the last fall, and so I am going to be dedicating my Appalachian Trail Thru-Hike to him in his memory. He was a great mountaineer and grew up in New Hampshire, loved the White Mountains, and sadly he passed away back in August. So I will be dedicating my thru-hike to him. His name's Dwight, and his wife, as kind of a joke, not really a joke, but just so that she could travel with him while he was, getting worse with the Parkinson's syndrome. They did what's called a flat Dwight. So if you see me out on trail and I have a picture of a guy and it's just a medallion type thing on my backpack, that's my friend Dwight. So anyhow, so we will inflate this with the FLEXTAIL Tiny Pump 2X. I've been calling it just the Tiny. It's the 2X, and then I'm going to give you kind of an overview of what I thought. You're probably getting your own suspicions on what that's going to be, but we're gonna go for it anyhow. I'm gonna reset the clock. And then I am going to grab all of the information. It's the FLEXTAIL Tiny Pump. Actually, give you a better view. I will have a link in the description, but I'm grabbing all of this stuff. This is all of the fancy little gadgets. So I have the big Agnes. I have attached this top to it. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's FLEXTAIL on my fingers. My blood sugar's a little low right now, so my fingers are shaking. But here we go. So that's the FLEXTAIL pump. There are a whole bunch of other adapters for it. That's for like some type of ball, right? But anyhow, and then I know that FLEXTAIL has come out with a new design. Unfortunately, I think that's still in the, early stages, so I didn't get that one. But this is the FLEXTAIL. It's 100 grams, in case you're asking. And we'll do this right now. So let's get this out. And, well, actually, to be fair, I'll keep this like this. I'll press start. I'll open it up and double click. And as you can see, this is already working quite well. The FLEXTAIL pump has a light so that you can hang it in your tent at night. But I don't think I want to do that too often because I don't want to wear out the battery, especially if I am trying to use this every night as a pump. So physically, it's a lot easier on me, as you can tell. We're over a minute now. This sleeping pad is a 25 by 72. I'm unsure what size everybody has, but it is coming up. And I'll try to measure the right thickness compared to what we had before. That's about it. So, as you can see, that was roughly 2 minutes, but it's kind of it's nice. That was a lot easier to pump up. So, if we look at the 3 ways that I pumped up the pad, this is actually nice and comfortable to rest on. So, blowing it up by mouth, I am putting a lot of humidity into the air pad. It's a 4.2 on the R value, but when you add humidity or humid air into this pad, that water can turn into ice in the middle of the night, thereby lowering your R value. And you don't want to continue to do that over time unless you can air it out in the sun and let that water or that fluid evaporate. So it's really important to make sure that you take care of your pad. Also, blowing it up by mouth for me really got me very lightheaded. I know I was kind of on a time constraint, but still, I know that at the end of the day, I don't want to do that every single day. Number two, the sack that was provided by Big Agnes, that was a lot of work on my forearms. Again, I don't know if I want to do that at the end of the day, but it also took longer to do it that way versus just blowing it up by mouth. And then the third way is the FLEXTAIL Tiny Pump, and that did a great job. The drawback with that is it's fairly loud. I don't know how I'm going to like that if I come into camp too late, and I'll end up waking people up and making everybody mad, and I certainly don't want to do that. So that's the thoughts that I have on blowing up or inflating the sleeping pad, 3 different ways. If you have any comments, any ways for me to improve it, any thoughts about which way you go with the 3 ways to inflate it, if there is a 4th way, let me know. So thanks for spending time with me, and happy hiking.